It seems that no matter how many online petitions we sign calling for a general election in the UK, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. So I felt compelled to do something different, and that's write an open letter to the Prime Minister Kier Starmer. Like many people in this country, I've watched the direction of travel of politics with growing concern. This isn't about party loyalty, point scoring, or personal animosity. It's about leadership, trust, and whether the country is being served well at a time when seriousness, clarity, and moral authority matter more than ever. I genuinely believe it's possible for someone to enter office with sincere intentions and still find themselves unsuited to the role they occupy. History shows us that leadership is not measured by intent, but by outcomes, by whether confidence grows or erodes, whether unity strengthens or fractures, and whether people feel represented or increasingly unheard. With that in mind, I've written this open letter to the Prime Minister. It's not a demand, it's not a threat, and it's certainly not a call for disorder, hostility, or unrest. It is a lawful, peaceful appeal to conscience, asking the Prime Minister just to take a moment to reflect and to consider whether continuing in office truly serves this country at this time. So for the next 8 weeks until the 15th of March, I'm going to make this letter publicly available through a Google document. Any one of you who agrees with its tone and its message will be able to add their name in support on a linked form. This is not about outrage or numbers for their own sake. It's about seriousness and integrity. People should only sign if they genuinely agree with what is being said on the letter. At the end of that period, the letter, along with the names of those who have chosen to support it, only the first names and the towns though, mind you, they'll be sent formally to the Prime Minister. I still believe that many in this country value humility, restraint and moral courage in public life. And I believe it is right in a democracy to speak plainly when we feel that our leadership is falling short. And that's without hatred, without violence, and without contempt for our institutions. So I'm now going to read the letter in full, exactly as it stands. And if you want to read it again afterwards, the links are in the description. You read through the letter, and then there's a link to a form that you can click and sign if you agree to it. So here we go. Prime Minister, this letter is written in good faith and in the spirit of democratic accountability. It is not born of hostility, nor a desire to inflame division, but from a growing concern shared by many citizens who believe that the country is being led without the clarity, authority, or moral confidence the present moment demands. It is possible to acknowledge that a person enters office with sincere intentions, whilst also recognising that intention alone is not sufficient for leadership. History repeatedly shows that the measure of a Prime Minister is not what they hope to achieve, but what the effect their leadership has on public trust, social cohesion and national stability. At present, there is a widening gap between the seriousness of the challenges facing the United Kingdom and the confidence many feel in your capacity to lead the country through them. Decisions may be procedurally sound, yet still lack moral authority. Policies may be technically defensible, yet deepen division rather than restore confidence. When this occurs, it is not a personal failure of character, but a failure of suitability. Leadership in a democracy ultimately rests on consent, not only electoral consent, but moral consent. When a Prime Minister's presence becomes a source of mounting distrust, when large numbers of citizens feel unheard, misrepresented, or uneasy about the direction of travel, it is reasonable to pause and reflect on whether persistence serves the nation or merely prolongs decline. There is no shame on reflection. There is, however, great dignity in recognising when one's continuation in office may do more harm than good. British political history remembers most kindly those who placed country above position, who understood that authority is lent, not owned, and who acted with restraint when restraint was required. This letter does not call for disorder, coercion, or contempt for democratic institutions. It calls for the opposite: humility, courage and responsibility. It asks whether the most honourable course at this time may be to acknowledge that the role of Prime Minister demands qualities and trust that are no longer present in sufficient measure. Many people would respect a leader who chose reflection over insistence and duty of office over pride. Stepping aside in service of the country is not a failure. In certain moments, it is the highest expression of leadership. This appeal is made lawfully, peacefully, and with sincere concern for the future of the United Kingdom. Respectfully, Loz, a concerned citizen. So please click on the link in the bio. Go through, read it again. Really important now, the online petitions haven't worked. Help me to share this. If you believe in what I'm saying and you think we can make a difference, I need you to help me by sharing this to your networks and getting people to see what we've written here. Thank you.